patience. God give him strength and help him before his fire blows away.
Welcome everybody. Wanted to do it live today. I had a really good conversation with Gary. You know, I've been editing, chopping it up, and for getting ready to put forth and present to you guys. But I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share some of this video with you guys with Gary's audio. And we hear a little bit about Gary and Gary's story. We hear from Gary himself. And it was a really great conversation today. And I definitely want to share some of that with you guys. Hey, Goat, how are you doing? It's awesome to see you too. It's kind of a multi-purpose live. I want to get the word out here for Gary, and also need some prayers. My vice president's having some car issues in Kansas City. He's trying to get his car here to my house, which is down the street from his house, so I can get work on his car and hopefully get him ready to go to work tomorrow. But so we're going to give him a little bit of something to listen to as we talk about this today. And he was aware of Gary's phone call and everything. And bear with me here while I share this. I didn't announce it. I just kind of, hey, I'm going to go live. You know, that's kind of how we do. But very, very awesome conversation today. Again, with Gary. Gary's spirits are just, besides the prison really messing with him, playing games, moving him around and stuff like that, he's in really, really good spirits. And it was amazing to be able to talk to Gary today. And he's really excited in everything we have coming up as far as everything going for Nashville here in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow, I will be in Nashville. I will be there. I will be ready. We will go to battle for some justice for Gary. I'm going to go armed with all sorts of evidence in as small package as I can get with the most impact. So maybe we can reach the governor or somebody in power that can get justice for Gary while we're there in Nashville. I'm going to go ahead here, and you have to bear with me because this is started to, I've begun getting it ready to produce, because I'm going to produce his phone call later in a separate video. But like I said, I wanted to go over it today. Well, that way I can kind of stop and discuss a little more. And let me see. Let me get to it here. Well, hey. Maybe. See what this does here. He
keeps praying, God what's taking so long. God give him strength and help him before his fire blows away.
Oh, I went too far. Sorry. Can't really see to navigate this darn thing. There we go. I'm trying to get past it. Come on. Sorry, guys. My system just
the unjust
and the multiple names that we can come across. Today, we're going to have a call from Gary here shortly. A little bit before I get ready, I've got everything ready for the call here. So we will wait on that call. Before we do, today we're going to talk to Gary a little bit about, want to hear from him, from his words, why he needs justice and what's going on in his world. We're also going to discuss some of the aspects of his case, how comfortable he feels with maybe some of the stuff we're doing and proceeding, and what his thoughts are on our upcoming trip to Nashville here in just a couple weeks. In fact, 2 weeks from today, I'm going to be getting my stuff packed and together and ready and getting ready to head to Nashville as we go through St. Louis and pick up Mark and Nate. We may stop and say hi to Harv and Miss Judy, but on the way there, maybe I might stop to say hi to Harvey and Mindy, and then go on through, pick up Nate and Mark, and then slide on down to Nashville where the fun begins. And hopefully we can get some justice in those days in Nashville. That would be awesome. We have the evidence to clear Gary's name. There should be no reason anyone with any kind of a conscience wouldn't just completely exonerate Gary or set him free, or at least give us a new trial. That's all we want. Give the man a new trial. He'll walk. It's just, there's no evidence to convict this man. In fact, all the evidence points against it, including, like I said, the autopsy report. Okay, Gary was convicted of shooting Tommy Griffin on February 21st of 1992, a Friday evening, also night. The body was found on Monday, February 24th in the afternoon. Everything pointed to Tommy being killed on Monday, except for the prosecution's story and Dr. Harlan's testimony, who said he went off organ slides, and yet there's no records of even any organ tissue samples being taken. Furthermore, the autopsy says the date of death was Monday, February 24th, not Friday, February 21st, that Gary was convicted of killing his friend. His friend that he had never even had a cross word with. His friend who was his best friend, was his almost like a brother. The only person that Gary allowed to have a space in his trailer besides his girlfriend. Gary didn't kill Tommy. And then Connie's body, his sister, was found 4 days later, burned to death in a car. Again, Gary was convicted of Connie's murder. And once again, Gary is innocent, and we have all the evidence to prove it. Furthermore, Gary and his uncle James Dillinger were convicted of killing Connie Branham to cover up the murder of Tommy Griffin. First of all, they hadn't been convicted in Tommy's murder, so that was an illegal defense. Then the prosecution prayed around guns and stuff like that, and then told the jury that, well, she wasn't shot. We don't know how she died, but yet they were convicted of murder. All the evidence is clearly going to show that Gary Wayne Sutton is completely and wholly 100% innocent. Not just alibis and stuff, because we have that too. We have our private investigator Heather Cohen has done some amazing work in the field and got some statements from people, the witnesses and jurors and such, that are very critical, where they were pressured, they were coerced, and there is Gary. Let's. Well, maybe here.
Hey, how you doing? Is it Kevin?
Hi, Gary. How are you doing? Yes, it is.
All right. Doing pretty good. Finally got out here and got to call you. Boy, I tell you, everything around here has been such a mess here lately. It is unreal.
Oh, yeah.
How's things been going with you?
Oh, busy. But that's okay, though. Been able to bless some people and making some progress in your stuff. Carolyn.
Yeah, Lord, here it's been. We got a whole new administration here now, from the warden to the commissioner, and it's just every time to some D pod to just day in and week out and month out. It's just over and over and over. I mean, you can't even get stable.
And that they tried that with the, well, you probably remember when the whole you're probably less affected in your unit, but when they started the PREA stuff.
Yeah.
And then we had a warden that come in. He was a deputy warden in Kansas and El Dorado, but he had been a warden in Texas.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to disrupt everybody, move everybody around. There had to be within 10 years of an age difference per cellies, this and that. Well, my little brother was my cellie. We have about a 16-year age difference, and found in our cell without it stuff being, pilfered, and but we went to bat against that, and thankfully we won. And there was actually a 10th Circuit case. I'll have to see if I can find applicable case in Tennessee area, your 6th Circuit, but that would cover, because they deemed that unconstitutional, cruel and unusual punishment, because it is so disruptive, and prison in itself is so mentally destructive, and so.
So what I think's happening here, see, the commissioner, so we got a new warden too, and they brought this new commissioner in, and the reason they brought him here, all the stuff about where they had the protocol to all the death penalty stuff, the execution stuff, messed up.
Yes,
that's the reason they brought these guys in here. But what it is now too, so this commissioner brought in, he's one that brought from Arizona. I can't even remember his name off the top of my head, but he's one he brought from Arizona. And so he was in the federal, somebody said, for like 27 years. And in the federal, they constantly move them in the federal all the time.
Yeah.
So I think he's trying to do that here. And somebody said something about he's gonna like every 90 days jerk us up and make us move to another unit, another pod and stuff. You know what I'm thinking? Oh my God.
Oh.
If they keep doing that and move much, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna reach down and get hold of my TV and radio and say, well, if you want to move it, then take your team and let them move it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna move us like and to let them do the hauling and stuff, get TV and radio.
But what really does more damage to them and that stuff is if they don't get a reaction out of people, and like, oh, good, that irritates them, because a lot of times their end goal is to disrupt your life and make you comfortable and stuff. And so when they see it's not being effective, it kind of kills their fun, because the system a lot of times is no different than a schoolhouse bully. They throw their weight around and all, and So,
Well, see, they tried to shut everything down on us. Even their, now, see, I'm a big guy on Kraus, doing Kraus and stuff. Now they come in. I
very
got you, and I
talented.
don't know what Carolyn told you or not. I've got you. I sent you a project to her. She's supposed to be putting a clock motor in. I've actually.
I'm going to pause this for a second. I want to recognize some people here in the chat. Well, thank Goat for being here, and Jamie. It's always good to see you. We also have a special Belinda Maples in the chat, who is Gary's cousin. This conversation again was from Gary today, this afternoon. I had to obviously edit out some of the legal questions and stuff we had, discussions and all that, and different things. But Gary's in really good spirits. I want to touch though on the issues he's having within the prison. This is common throughout all of the prisons. Oh yeah, that's right. Go, you're in KC. We got to get together, bro. You're close to me. We need to hook up. Definitely. I'll be headed off to Nashville here in a couple weeks, but for right now though, I'm home. Uh, the so um, let me though address that issue as far as the crafts and stuff. The prison system's constantly trying to disrupt life and everything. They move you around. They cancel this, they cancel that. Especially you get new ad, like Gary's getting a big shift in administration, and they always want to have this better way of doing things, or the way they did it in their state or whatever. And sometimes it's not even, it just takes the right person to stand up to it. Like that idiot we had from that come in from Texas. He was man, and I just flat told him, like, you don't want. And but I mean, that dude was just, he was something. Yeah, let's get back to Gary's call here.
Got to ask her last few days if she actually actually went and found the motor to go in. It's cut out for an insert clock motor to go in it. Is something
I think we might be back. Back. Maybe. Let's see. Sorry, guys. And you gotta love the old system sometimes. I think I'm back live. If anybody sees me, can somebody tell me if I'm back? If we're back. We're back. Back in the saddle again. Oh, Mark, we missed you on earlier on Harvey's. We needed a singer. There was a Benny. So I'm going to take Mark's spot and I'm going to do Benny and the Jets. Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. That Rick, and he's right down the road and he's an hour and a half from me and not even that ish roughly. Um, Hell, I'm getting ready be mobile again here in a couple days, so might just have to go meet up with Mr. Goat. But but anyway, I was going to play the conversation with Gary on here, but since my system wants to be difficult, I am going to just go ahead and upload that separate. And yeah, and we got to get together, Goat and Mark, and well, I mean, me and Mark have already got together, and he going with us to Nashville, and yeah, that I don't know when you're heading back southeast, Goat, but in the 6th of October in Nashville, we're gonna have a big press conference. We'd love to have you. Um, that it's gonna be really cool. We're Gary, his case, everything. So but yeah, we definitely are going to have to get together. Um, that'll be exciting. So, how's everybody doing today? Mark, I caught those videos. I haven't watched the whole things yet, but I got them. I haven't. I got them on the phone. I'll have to pull them up on the computer so I can. I like watch stuff on the computer better than the phone. I'm old and blind. And Mark, we gotta. I want to talk to Harvey, and Harvey was on here. I think I lost a lot of people when I went blitzed out. But when get see if we can all maybe meet after we come back from Nashville in October, and so that way we can get together and. One second here. Hold on one sec. So, like, are the lights coming on, or what is it? What's it doing or not doing? Well, if you can get, um, yeah, if you get home, it don't matter dark and all. I got lights. We'll look at it so we can get her going. But whatever you need, bro. Sorry, my vice president's stuck in Kansas City right now. Um, he may have to stay the night in his car. The car's messing up, and so that way he can get to work tomorrow. I wrote a meet up like Gail did before. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go. We'll definitely have to meet before then. Like I said, Kansas City's not far, so we can definitely get together. And it's like, well, about an hour and a half from me. That's not too bad. I go up to Kansas City once in a while anyway. Actually, I'm really thinking about if at all possible, I'm thinking about going up there this Saturday. Um, they have a place there in Olathe called Retail Rebel that does the Amazon stuff. And Saturdays is when they get everything in, and $10 for anything and everything. You can end up with new iPhones and all sorts of stuff. Flashing lights and limp mode. Dang. Up there, you probably don't even have anything for dinner up there. Okay. Um, Man, it sucks. Okay. We don't even have the gas money to get up there to get the man. Um, I'm broke as a joke right now. I can't even send him money so we can get some McDonald's to eat. That's terrible. I feel bad. Um, but it is the weather is a lot better. It's in 30 minutes if it would stop, just fire it up and it's still doing. I'm trying to piece around to see and wait a few. Try more battery cables and stuff like that. Maybe take a wrench or something and tap that post where those two, the ones I took apart that day and all that. See if that mess around with stuff like that. See if you can find the wiring goes down the alternator. Maybe jiggle it. Try that. Man, it sucks. I wish I could at least send him some damn money for McDonald's. Anyway, um, supposed to be the foam and beer will flow, and we'll walk Nate Dogg at least one hoe. It's a work in progress. Man, Mark, I can't wait. It's going to be a trip going to Nashville with you and Nate. And like I said, hopefully we come out of there with still ex-cons. But it's going to be a fun time, though. I can't wait. I can't wait. And go, man, I'm down to meet whenever you want to meet, brother. We can. I won't be mobile for a few days, maybe like this weekend, but I'm in Kincaid, Kansas. That's where me and Eric both live here in Kincaid, Kansas. If you're familiar with Kansas at all, if you know where Ottawa's at, about 40 minutes this side of the other side of Ottawa from Kansas City, close to Iola. Iola is about 25 minutes away from me. But man, it's yeah, I'm like literally a little over an hour away from Kansas City. Um, and where my vice president, Corey, he's little Jay's dad. He's stuck in Gardner, which is a suburb of Kansas City, but that's where he works. Okay, yeah, I would try that. Give me think about getting. Kansas City is a different world. I'm from Wichita, so I mean KC, um, it's a different world. We either I get along with some of Kansas City or don't. It's hit and miss. It just kind of I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. We have different mindsets, or we they think they're the greatest. We know we're the greatest. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to start no crap with no Kansas City people here. Um, but yeah, we'll definitely, man. I'd love that. That'd be awesome to get together. And like I said, right now I'm not mobile. Hopefully that will change in a couple of days. Tomorrow I should be able to get the first step of that, and then Friday I'll have to get tags and insurance. So, but Saturday, like I said, I'm looking at going up to Olathe. I'm really thinking about it. See if I can get Corey or somebody to go with me. But that retail rebel and see, grab a few things. Maybe we can grab some stuff that you know, grab 10 items that'll make us 10 times that money and help our trip to Nashville and fund some different stuff. And looks like maybe fund some work on his car. I may end up buying the car and letting him use it most of the time, but because he's got to get back and forth to work except for me going to Nashville, stuff like that. Obviously, I'll have the car. But by then, by golly, I should have his car going. Well, it's not Mark. So it's a 2011 Chrysler 200, and this thing has a history. I'm not a Chrysler Dodge fan at all. I was a mechanic for years. I've always hated working on them, but it's the homie. I'm going to work on it no matter what. But the lights are flashing, the ETS light, and checking it, and we've had these issues before. Replaced PCM, throttle body, other things have been replaced, and then I end up redoing some wiring. Well, now it started having issues. I had him take it to AutoZone up there by his work today and have him run a charging test and also a system check on the codes, and he did so. Came back with a couple codes, ABS codes, nothing significant, and then the now the charging system and the lights and stuff are flashing, and it needs a tune-up bad. And I'm wondering if it's either a short or those plugs are so bad and that system is so dependent that if it's misfiring, it's throwing the system off, and it's throwing the lights and putting it in the limp mode because the misfire is hitting the knock sensor, knock sensor and putting it probably get it going, but he's right now, so it's kind of gonna be stuck, I guess. Stuck like Chuck for the night, but unless something changes. If he can make it home, then I'll work on it tonight. If I have to work all night to get it going where he can cut out of here at 6 o'clock in the morning to get to work, then I will. Excuse me for the earthquake shake that was just Lita. But yeah. Well, Harv just sent me a link. Josh is live. Lockdown 23 and 1. I'm gonna hop over and support Josh and support his live, especially his live right now is tied. I watch a lot of prison channels, so I want to really hop on there and check that out. Josh lives in Tennessee, and I'd like to see this man jump on. Anyway, I love you guys. Sorry it didn't work out the stream. God had other plans. That or the devil's trying to block, and God's going to persevere anyway, because we'll get that video up here tonight. God bless y'all. I love you guys. Thank you guys for all your support. I will talk to y'all later.